Yes, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm the only one asking questions tonight. The first question is a general. I have several questions on this, actually. The first question is, what was the revenue that we got from the
We had
film?
$15,000 from the movie company initially, and then they had to take an extra day, and I do believe that that amount came in at about $4,000 or so. So I think the grand total was in the total of about $20,000.
Okay.
Give
great.
or take.
Okay, great. And the money that we're paying these gentlemen, they're all gentlemen, yes. The money that we're paying these gentlemen will come out of that.
The money, yes. The
Okay,
money
so
that
we're
we
not
made.
charging them extra for this piece.
No, it's
No, we're not. I'm sorry. No, John's correct. It's an addition to, right. That's, yeah. Thank
On
you.
top of that?
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
perfect, great, thanks. And then the other question I have is, I know John Gallagher, I guess James Purdy, Anthony Rigos, and I guess Arthur Lambert. All four of those are the Aramark employees, correct?
Three out of the four.
Three of them? So what is the, that doesn't seem to make sense. If they're Aramark employees, why are we paying them?
Because they did extra work above and beyond what it is.
Is that something that's within the contract that that's allowed to do, that we can pay them extra money outside of the contract that we already pay a lot of money for?
Mm-hmm. It's the first time we've ever had it.
And what was the work that they did? Okay, okay, what was the work that they did?
They're working with the company setting up, making sure that everything is set up won't be disruptive to the schools and also protecting the property.
Right, and then,
Following up
I'm sorry.
to ensure that what we said is actually done.
Okay.
They were looking out for the school district's interests.
Okay. And then the last question I have is, I know we have a special meeting afterwards, and the question one I have is, I want to get back and just find out from our contract. I want to table this until maybe next week, because I don't understand why we need to vote on this tonight. What's the sense of urgency for this? I know we've got another amendment that we're voting on tonight, mainly because we have a time constraint on the election piece, so we need to have that done prior, within the 45 days, which falls between now and next week. This one, however, I don't know why we need to do this tonight, so I would like to hear from our legal counsel just on paying our contractors outside, although it's not coming from us, it's coming from a field company. I don't understand why we would have to pay contractors that we pay a good sum of money for already, for additional hours and additional work. So my recommendation is to table this until next week at least.
Anyone else? Weighing in?
I just had a question about what Mr. Hasty just said. If it's being, if the fees are being charged back to the film company for reimbursement, I'm missing what the issue is for you.
What the issue is that they're contracted.
No. What the issue is for you about the payment, because if the payment is being charged back to the film company, why does it matter? I'm sorry, I'm just...
No, that's a valid question. My concern is that we have a contract with Aramark for them to do work on our facilities, and then now we as a board are passing a resolution to have them paid. So one, why do we have to pass a resolution? If it's coming from the film company, then they can just pay them.
Why isn't the film company paying them directly?
The film company just pay them
That's your
directly.
issue?
Why are we doing a resolution on that? That's the first thing. And why is it being subjected to our resolution? Second of all, why are we just getting this resolution and have to pass it tonight as part of a special meeting? I don't understand the connection of why that has to be done tonight.
Mr.
Okay,
Quinn,
thanks.
did you want to say something?
Yeah, we'd be paying them, charge them, so there is no charge to the board.
No.
And they're not paying any of our staff directly, so the other people on the resolution aren't paying directly to them. We bill them, they pay us. So we're
I understand. I'm sorry.
when the contract with Aramark came out, it wasn't the board's policy to rent to film companies. I think it was the policy to not rent to film companies. And so this really is very much outside what the expectation has been.
so what still hasn't been addressed is why do we have to approve this resolution tonight?
And trying to get the bills out the door.
Get people paid.
Yeah, but there's plenty of people that we have, you know, when we do typically, as you know, our resolutions, we get them for the committee of the whole meetings last week of Tuesday, and then the following week, we vote on the resolutions. So why is this one, out of all the other ones, have to be done tonight? Why is this being pushed to be approved tonight? Okay.
I have a question more to what Jeffrey's saying. Is there anything in the Aramark contract that can get us in trouble for paying their employees as hourly employees? That's more of an issue, because if that's an issue, then we do have to table this for conference with our legal.
And I think we should get legal.
It's not a matter of the amount,
fine.
though. It's a matter of the process. I don't
Right.
care if it's $1. If it's $1 and it's a legal issue and can get us in trouble, I'm not willing to put the board in that position.
I agree, Chrisanne.
Then that might be something, why don't we set
Yeah, we may have to, that's my only concern is that if people have a concern about that, it doesn't come out to the dollars of whose pocket it comes out to. If there's a little loophole in the Aramark contract that basically says that, and granted, I'm not denying that whatever the work is done, they've gone above and beyond, they've done it on the weekend, we don't have them working on the weekend. I don't think that's the issue here. What I'm hearing in Jeffrey's statement is there something in the Aramark contract that says we cannot hire them under and pay them separately? That would concern me more, because, you know, have we conferred with, has our attorney seen this resolution? Because I haven't had a discussion with him myself.
Neither have I.
Okay, so maybe that means we have to table this so I can have that
I
conversation.
would only ask that you also consider there are Board of Ed employees on this resolution. There are 3 people
then-
who are
okay.
members of the Fuse bargaining unit. There are members who are paid hourly rates for their work. I would only ask what the board would like to do on that.
Well, Rich, we have a meeting next week. If we're talking about a week
Fine.
difference, then all we have to do is we can vote on that. I can get back to the attorneys, get that answer, we can put this through, we can have it amended or whatever. I think the bigger question is making sure that, you know, I don't think the question is not about who's getting paid whatever. If this means that we then have to do 2 resolutions, a resolution for payment to Aramark for additional duties done above and beyond the call of duty, and one separate for our employees, I don't have a problem with that. I think that Jeffrey's point is well taken with, it doesn't matter whether it's $1 or $500 or whatever. If this exposes us in any way, it's our responsibility to have ask the question and have the conversation. I'm not ready to put us out and expose us in that level.
Chrisanne,
Yes.
are all of these employees exempt employees?
I don't know.
What do you mean by exempt?
Are they all salaried? Are any of them hourly employees?
For the
Not-
purpose
not-
of this
they're all
resolution, they're
hour
considered
employees.
hourly.
So, I mean,
No, but
Gallagher,
normally,
Gallagher's
are
certainly
they
not an
salaried
We've got
hourly.
people who are
employees.
regulars, on regular salary.
They're regular
Mr.
salary
Umbro
employees
is-
getting
None of them are
hourly.
hourly.
Right.
Yeah, Mr. Ambrose is a full-time custodian.
Right.
And so that's why he's included there at the hourly rate, which is contractual.
Right. Do you want to touch on that while we're...
Well, one of the elements that we are discussing, and we will be bringing to the board, is the whole issue, and I think the advisory committee touched on it, actually, which had to do with hourly. And from the perspective of looking at what can be reasonably offered for hourly type of employment, that's part of what I would suspect that we're going to do going forward. But that's in line with what I think I heard earlier from the advisory committee, as well as some sense of people having brought that up before. So this is an ongoing conversation about what hourly compensation would look like. No, you can't. No, you can't.
No.
Thank you.
Continuing on. Resolution 12-261-1. 267. Hold on, take off my
Tabling that
glasses.
one, right?
All right,